Christians are one of the most persecuted groups in the world today, facing discrimination, violence, and marginalization in various societies. This phenomenon is not limited to any specific region or country, but is a widespread issue that affects millions of Christians globally. There are several reasons why Christians are persecuted in society today, ranging from ideological and cultural differences to economic and political factors. One of the primary reasons for Christian persecution is the rise of secularism and atheism in many parts of the world. As societies become increasingly secularized, Christianity is often seen as a threat to the dominant worldview, leading to hostility and intolerance towards Christians. This is evident in countries such as China, where the Communist Party has been cracking down on Christian churches and imprisoning pastors who refuse to submit to state control. In Europe and North America, Christians are often ridiculed and marginalized for their beliefs, with many being forced to hide their faith in order to avoid social ostracism. Another reason for Christian persecution is the spread of radical Islam, which has led to the brutal suppression of Christian minorities in many Muslim-majority countries. In countries such as Iraq, Syria, and Nigeria, Christians have been subjected to forced conversions, kidnappings, and massacres, with many being forced to flee their homes in order to escape persecution. Islamic State ISIS has been particularly notorious for its brutality towards Christians, with the group's militants carrying out public executions and crucifixions of Christian captives. In addition to these ideological and religious factors, Christians are also persecuted due to economic and political reasons. In many countries, Christians are seen as a threat to the economic and political status quo, leading to their exclusion from positions of power and influence. This is evident in countries such as India, where Christians are often denied access to education and employment opportunities due to their faith. In some cases, Christians are even accused of being foreign agents or missionaries who are seeking to undermine the local culture and traditions. Furthermore, the rise of social media has also contributed to the persecution of Christians, with many being subjected to online harassment and bullying due to their faith. In some cases, Christians have been doxxed or had their personal information leaked online, leading to offline attacks and persecution. This has created a culture of fear and intimidation, where Christians are reluctant to express their beliefs or practice their faith openly. The persecution of Christians is not limited to any specific denomination or group, with Catholics, Protestants, and Orthodox Christians all facing varying levels of discrimination and violence. In some cases, Christians are persecuted by other Christians, with sectarian violence and infighting being a major problem in countries such as the Democratic Republic of Congo. This highlights the complexity and nuance of the issue, which cannot be reduced to simple explanations or solutions. In conclusion, the persecution of Christians is a complex and multifaceted issue that requires a comprehensive and nuanced response. It is driven by a range of factors, including ideological and cultural differences, economic and political interests, and the rise of radical ideologies such as Islamism and secularism. As a global community, it is essential that we recognize the scale and severity of Christian persecution, and work to promote greater understanding, tolerance, and respect for religious diversity. This can involve supporting persecuted Christians through advocacy and activism, promoting interfaith dialogue and cooperation, and challenging the ideologies and systems that drive persecution. Ultimately, the persecution of Christians is a threat not just to the Christian community, but to the very fabric of our societies, and requires a collective response from people of all faiths and backgrounds.